think yoga found me because I was searching. Like, I had a lot of success, and I had a restaurant, bar, and it was called Trixie's, and it was great, and I had a lot of really exciting things happening on this life adventure, and then at the same time I'm getting in my way. I'm suffering. My mind, my thoughts. And so then I started like, oh, there must be a way for less suffering, more happiness. Like, what am I? So I'm searching, and I'm like, I go to the bookstore, and you know how the books come jumping off the shelf when you need to read it?
It's right here.
Yeah. And yoga could help me. Like, it wasn't very popular 25 years ago, so it wasn't like yoga at every gym, yoga on every corner. It was more like if you did yoga, you were eccentric. That's not the feeling now, which is great because it's everybody wants to feel better. You don't understand exactly how does the yoga work. How does the body bring the breath, have the breath be more conscious, and then align it with the movement, and then the mind is quieter. When the mind is quieter, you feel more happiness. How yoga really, the practices of movement, mantra, meditation, chanting, inspire devotion and a feeling of wholeness. Like, sometimes we look outside ourselves to be happy. And the practices in yoga is like, hey, happiness has to come from within. Happiness has to come from a deeper place. It's great to have things externally that bring you joy, but you could have all that and still be unhappy, right? You could read all the scriptures and understand them and know them by heart, but not feel that the scriptures are pointing you toward this inner peace or allowing you to have peace inside your heart. Yoga reminds you that you've got this incredible potential, this like huge, vast, which that's what cosmic means, like this boundless, infinite potential. But my mind wants to limit my thinking and tell me I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, I'm too old, I'm too short, right? So yoga kind of lets you see back up, like be the witness, yoga chitta vritti nirodha, like to step back and have more spaciousness. And then in that seeing, you experience that you are vast. But the mind says, no, you're limited. It limits us. It limits what we think that we can do when we can do everything. Yoga is the bridge to the universe. Yoga is that cosmic connection that connects you more deeply with yourself and more deeply with each other. Yoga is the bridge that brings your life back, returns your life to what you really love. There's a beautiful quote from Ram Dass that says, we are the one dancing as the many. So yoga as oneness, or yoga as God, or God as love, that we link up, we reunite. That feeling of separateness starts to disappear, and we merge in this cosmic way where we feel like you and I, we're connected. Actually, you and I are brother and sister. Right? And so on any given day, though, we can wander off, and the mind is very tricky, and the ego is very tricky. It tells us all these things. It often tells us even untruths about ourselves. Like, it's not true, the judgments I have on myself, but they can feel very true. So it's so important with the practices of yoga and meditation to work with the mind. To work with the mind. And the way that we work with the mind is through the breath, with chanting, all mantras, mudras, all the ways to uplift the mind. This town, New York City, the energy of this town, the heartbeat of this town, the rhythm of this place, the relentlessness, the speed of it, the excitement, the adventure, the rawness, the unstoppable soul force of New York City has, I travel and I love to travel, and this is home. This is home to me. This is home. yoga. Breathe into your beautiful life. Breathe into your beautiful life. In yoga we trust. Look. In yoga we trust. Magic takes guts. The experience of waking up, that's the magic. You know, like in my own, I go back to sleep, but I want to stay awake for these blessings, and I don't want to miss them, but I miss them if my mind is in the way. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Check it in. This is the love of art and yoga, and we got this space. The building was sold, and I was going to cry, and then it turned out to be a blessing. We got this extra hallway, and this is the deity graffiti wall. Batter Israel. I mean, yoga is a living art because you make art with your bodies, but then to have the art and the yoga be inspiration so that it lifts us up. The mind needs to be lifted, and the creativity, the color. Krishna is the god of love, so look at those eyes. He's playing the flute, and when he plays the flute, all the girls are running toward him. There's a poem. It's like the sound of the flute is madness. Sister, oh sister, the sound of the flute. So Krishna, Hare Krishna means yay love. This is Vishnu. He's the god of preservation. That's our life, preserving our life, using our capacity to love more, to forgive, to really make every day great, every day matter, make every day count. Vishnu is our life preserver. Shiva, the dance of Shiva, the dance of transformation, the dance of change. Oh my God, Shiva's the original yogi. From the dance comes the stillness. From the dance of creation, the dance of change, right? Something has to die for something new to begin. Shiva is that new beginning. Shiva is change. Shiva is transformation. Sometimes you see the Durga is fierceness. She's on the lion. And Batter and I are both Leos. So we are between the tiger and the lion. Sometimes she's on a tiger. And people pray to her or invoke her name for protection. To feel that even when they have the fear, they're going to do it anyway. Even when they have the doubt, they're going to call on faith. So Durga is the warrior. She's a warrior. She fights for love. She fights for freedom. Come on in. Lizzie! What a birthday! What a birthday!
Thank you for class.
Hey.
You made my day.
Right on.
Girl.
Girl, you made mine. Going into the dance hall. Going into the dance hall. This is the dance hall where Lotus Flow happens. Where the walls are all art, all love, all music, all pulsation. Here's the family. We're about to have a teachers gathering. You know, you want to be yourself, but you're not sure what being yourself means, especially if somebody told you to be this way or that way, or you think, everyone's looking that way, am I supposed to look that way? I mean, people want to be liked. Don't you want to be liked? You know what I mean? Yeah. You go in to teach a class, you want people to like the yoga class, you do your beautiful mural that I'm in front of, Radha and Krishna, the divine lovers, right? So style is fun because it's color and you get to make some fun choices. And I had not had ink for a lot of years. And then when I put the lotus and the Tibetan scrolls and the peacock, it becomes creative. When I'm feeling creativity or this cosmic connection to creating, which means it doesn't exist, then I feel close to God. To all the gods. Yoga is not a religion, but it embraces all religions. And so if you love Jesus, and yoga deepens your connection, your devotion, or deepens your spirit of expression, your personal expression will deepen. So if you love Jesus, you're going to love Jesus even more. Yoga makes everything better. Sometimes people say, will you talk to me about yoga and sex? Yoga makes everything better because you're more connected. When you're running around all day, creation, energy, there's this cosmic energy, this unstoppable force of life. And when we breathe and we're conscious and we're moving and we're feeling and we're not thinking and we're feeling and we're still not thinking, we get it because we feel it, like when you felt the music. We are cosmic. That's so cool. People were laughing in class and singing. I love New York. I do feel like it is a cosmic playground, that everything is going on, and when I include it, when I think, oh, I want to think this but not that, I want to do this but not that, but when I can include it and incorporate it, it becomes a quality of acceptance and compassion and letting go, a lot of letting go, and set it up, the conditions for yoga, and yoga arises, joy arises. Please dip into the sea, dip in. I think when I first moved to New York, I took the subway a lot, but I've always loved bridges. And that was the first time when I moved to Brooklyn, like 30 years ago, that's what I did, yeah.
Why are you so excited about Brooklyn now? I mean, what is
because I was always on bridge. I love going across bridges. It always feels like yoga's the bridge between your body and your mind, and your body and your spirit, like how something can take you across, like just to be transported from one place to the next.
Right in there, magic is happening. Magic is real. Magic takes guts. In yoga we trust. See it? Blossoming from the earth.
What I was noticing when I first came to yoga is I thought, oh, yoga looks like this, so I have to look like this. And it's taken me to include everything. I love art, I love graffiti, I love batter, I love hip hop, oh, that's yoga. Oh, outside yoga. We started on a rooftop. Nobody was really doing yoga 25 years ago on rooftops in New York City. Oh, I love, like when I started, Jasmine and I would always, in the summer you hear music coming out of the cars and music coming out of the trucks, and there's salsa night and tango night, and all the ways that there'd be a Matisse show, which there is now at the Met, or going to hear classical music on a Friday night, like all the ways that I can participate. A big part of yoga is that you participate. One of the words even means bhakti yoga is this, to wholeheartedly participate. And my spirit, and I think our spirits, are fed through storytelling, through dancing, through music. We feel more connected to that in that cosmic way that you speak of. Like, it's not just me, and I wouldn't want to be me. I want it to be we, that we are in this together, that it's a we thing. And when we feel that in the spirit of togetherness, that's the forklift. That's what really lifts us up. And that's what we need. And even the beautiful teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh, said that the next guru, is the community. That really the community is the guru. So at the heart of Laughing Lotus Yoga Center is a community center. A community committed to a path of love.
Loving you, loving life. Welcome to Lotus BK, Mikasa Sukasa, our new home for yoga and transformation in Brooklyn. This is a place of family, of color and community, and a place where you can come and be yourself. Yay, Lotus BK! You're all invited. Everyone's invited. That's the essence of yoga. One love. Come on in. And this is actually a sweet Buddha mudra, but the Buddha found, that there's a middle way. Perhaps the greatest gift of the Buddha's teachings is the perseverance. That he stayed on the path and that he found a way where he could, he tried all the extremes like fasting and crazy austerities. And he knew that life is suffering. And with that, suffering becomes the motivation to find happiness. Here's a glitter bar. This is where we feel the outer shimmer, draw our inner light out. And so there's bindis, which you put at your third eye, which are totally fun. That remind you that you have a third eye. An eye that sees into spirit. Over here, the unicorn. Where you can just catch your unicorn and come on over. And everybody loves her. She's so sassy. And magical, right? And mystical. Something beyond what the mind can even come up with. The mud that grows from the lotus, like the most beautiful flower comes out of the mud. Lotus, all the poses are like 72,000 yoga poses from this one body, from this one instrument of the body. We can touch, we can experience happiness and freedom. This is the Lotus Mudra. Garuda, fly on the wings of love. Come meet Badass Ganesh. Badass Ganesh right here. World peace. World peace. See that? World peace. Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. He's for new beginnings. He's got BK on his hat. Welcome to the neighborhood. Welcome to the family. Let's do it together. Support your path. Make it your own. Move like yourself. In yoga we trust. This is the mudra of unshakable trust. Come. Come play. Come deepen. Come feel inspired. And use this capacity that you have to realize your highest self.
Shira, Jada, Jai Ramo. Shira, Jada, Jai Ramo. I am the light of the sun. I am the light of the sun. Trying to find the tune. I am the light of the sun. I am the light of the sun. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. The light in me celebrates the light in you. I see you and I love you. Namaste. Actually, I often say loving you, loving life. Loving you, loving life. Namaste.